And would you look at that? I played the intro live twice just because. But what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Fridays Live, aka Jayhouse Podcast Radio number 34. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope everyone is blessed on this awesome Friday. I did not announce that I was going to be doing this live. I just went ahead and hopped on here just because I haven't seen you guys in a minute. So just wanted to get on here and chill and talk about what in the heck is going on in pop culture because I don't really spend that much time on Star Wars uh online anymore. I don't really spend that much time debating online regardless because it can take a real toll on your mental health. It can take your attention away from so much that is important in your life, and so I think it's important to keep that balance and sort of stay away from it every now and then maybe come back to it on the weekend. So here I am back again, and tomorrow I'm going to have the new video up. Going to be talking a little bit of Star Wars. Got to catch up on the Penguin. Still have not dropped my Twilight of the Gods finale review, but I will be dropping that as well after I rewatch the finale episode and gather my thoughts on it. And then we're going to be talking a little bit more about what we're seeing today on Twitter, all across pop culture. So, firstly, I'm not even going to justify this. I can't. I I'm not even going to give validity to this because if I'm not mistaken, I think we've seen some casting news about John Stewart as Green Lantern, and I believe some people have complained about his skin color that he's a little bit lighter than John Stewart is normally. Look, that's how you know you've been on the internet for too long. That's how you know you need to just kind of like I understand that is an astute observation, but that's not something that's going to absolutely ruin the character of John Stewart. You know, I could be cast as John Stewart. I'm brown skinned it, but hey, like I'm not as dark skinned as the character is in the comics. But dude, come on. If that's the most of your worries, then you're really grasping at straws, I think. So this is like that's just crazy. First of all, to even complain about something like that is that's so stupid. And you gotta get away from it. Now in the world of Star Wars, I mean not much has changed. I don't really think anything has has come of, you know, come of news because we're still in the same place with Star Wars. So I don't, it depends because I'm not even. Let's just look and see what we got here. Okay, so apparently there's fandom backlash over the first. Uh, Star Wars introduces the first transgender stormtrooper. So first, I want to see how is that even real? You know, is that real, or are we just joking around here, or is that actually serious? Because if it is, then I had every right to leave. I have every right to continue to ignore Star Wars and to not entertain this foolishness. Per article by Daily Mail, by the Daily Mail, Star Wars has introduced its first transgender stormtrooper in a move that has left fans of the beloved sci-fi franchise divided. Let's correct that first of all. Not divided, destroyed. The Star Wars fan base is destroyed. Let's just let's let's call it for what it is. There is no unity in this fan base. There are those who truly love Star Wars and then everyone else who is just like completely obliterated by what has happened to this franchise. So let's just get that out the way first of all. Um Named Sister, she is a clad in armor, painted in blue and pink of the transgender flag, and was pictured for the first time in a new book released earlier this week. Uh, the dreadlocked sporting soldier first appeared in a reference in an earlier 2022 novel, A Queen's Hope, before later being depicted in a piece of fan art. Now her story and picture have been featured in Star Wars: The Secrets of the Clone Troopers, which added to her franchise's official lore. But the new character's addition has left fans of the Galaxy Far, Far Away saga split, with some branding it utterly insane gender cult worship and moronic, while others raged it as bat crazy. Wow. And I'm looking at this. I'm gonna throw this up. I'm gonna throw this up because let's have a talk about this really, because you guys know how I feel about the Clone Wars. You guys know that I love that. That's my era. That's what I grew up on. That is, you know what I'm saying. That's who I am at best. Is a big fan of the Clone Wars. You know, I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars, and that's part of my life, man. So I can't really believe that's what they're doing. Is that what we're really doing here? So let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Okay, so here we go. This is actually real deal. The franchise, she was referenced in a 2022 book called The Queen's Hope, which I didn't know about because I don't really read much of Disney Star Wars books these days outside of the Legends canon. But they have a transgender clone trooper. Oh, I mean, colors and all. All right, so let's break this down. Let me be real. First of all, let me be clear. I know people who are part of that community. I have interacted with gay people, with uh with people who lean toward that way, more liberal esque to the left. And if it doesn't have anything to do with, business or, other than just being a nice human being, saying hey to somebody every day, how you doing? Or and just being a decent human being, then I could care less about whatever it is, that you are accountable to yourself. And as a Christian, I believe everyone's going to be held accountable to God one day for how they live their life. So you have free will. You live your life the way you want. And my job is not to judge. My job is to love you, even though we live different lifestyles and even though we live in different realities, so to speak. My job is to still love everyone and to still treat people with respect. That is what I believe as a Christian. That being said, when it comes to Star Wars and being a Star Wars fan, this franchise has been something for everyone to escape from while also being able escape to, I'm sorry, while also being able to look at some themes that we can all relate to personally, you know? Politically, Star Wars, especially 1 through 6, has been a franchise that has had a lot of different messages in it from a political standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint. Star Wars has pretty much kept the middle ground and really given warnings of what could happen in cases of extremism, in cases of deceit, deception, lies, all these different things. There's so much that you can take from Star Wars from so many different angles. And then on top of that, it's just entertaining, period. It is one of the greatest stories ever told. Now, when Disney got into this, the issue that me, guys like Star Wars Theory, who I consider to be the face of the voice and the voice of the true Star Wars fans, this is exactly what we talk. This is exactly what they talk about. This is exactly it. This is why you have Theory making so much content, putting on for the real Star Wars fans. This is why you have so many other people doing their thing with Star Wars too, because of stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a stone unturned within any within almost any media franchise today that will not be touched by gender ideology or transgender ideology or whatever. No stone will remain unturned. You know, that's just what it is. No stone will, and that's just Hollywood today. And this is just one of those things. This is another one of those things that we just knew that would piss the Star Wars fan base off. It's just another one of those things that we knew would piss them off. That would just divide the fan base even further, you know, because it's no longer about good stories. I always say this all the time. I'm like, it's about good stories with Star Wars. Can we tell a good story? You know, if you can tell a good story that fans want to hear and that fans want to lock into, then fine. All that other stuff is secondary. But when this is the kind of stuff that you choose to focus on, when this is what you want to put out there, what kind of reaction does Disney think that they're gonna get? Now, I'm not now listen, before everyone gets upset and pissed or whoever, I really don't care. I'm not coming at it from a perspective of, oh, you can't live your life the way you want. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what does this have to do with Star Wars? Is what I'm asking, right? What does this add to Star Wars? What does this bring to Star Wars? Other than pandering to a certain social group of people who, in all honesty, really do not care about Star Wars. Nothing. Nothing. So this was just another one of those things that we knew was gonna piss off the fan base. So I mean, that's through and through right there. That's it. I don't really Star Wars has gone so far down the drain in the most recent years to the point where I don't even care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care anymore to be hyped about it. I haven't really paid attention to it lately. I talk about it in retrospect, but in terms of this, I'm not particularly outraged. I'm not mad. I expected this. This is nothing new, and I hate that they did it to. I hate that they put this in one of the most iconic eras of Star Wars, which is the Clone Wars, because we know the Clone Wars is about brotherhood. We know the Clone Wars is about family. It's about the hardships and adventures that clones went through during that war and their relationship with the Jedi, what the Jedi went through. And it serves as such a inspiring story for and a tragic story too for so many people who grew up on it, including myself. Has nothing to do with sex or gender or any of that. The Clone Wars is about the things that happened leading up to the fall of the Republic and the hardships and the tragedies and the victories that were shared with that brotherhood between clones and between Jedi. That's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. Not this. See, now they're just going back. Disney's just going back in through retrospect and just adding stuff like this to try to like say that yeah, that was there and that it happened. No, the true Clone Wars fans will not be happy about this, and I can tell that they're not happy about this. Like I don't even know whose idea that was to do that or why they chose to do that. What sense does that make? If anyone can tell me, let me know because now you're just dancing on the grave of Star Wars. I want to get some reactions from the Twitter community. Uh, According to Secrets of the Clone Troopers, this includes the first look at Sister. Rex's description of Sister in the book reads, when one of our kind expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow troopers, she featured she'd have to hide who she truly was. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. Oh man, man, and this is the stuff that made me walk away to begin with, because I know that it's gonna be useless to even try and argue this to people. I know that it's gonna be useless to even try and tell people why this is so wrong for the Star Wars franchise, but it won't make much of a difference. It it won't make much of a difference. It's just it gets worse. Star Wars just continues to, I mean, wow. So that I don't even know what to do with that. You know? Like, what are we doing in Star Wars right now? What are we doing? Legit. What are we doing right now with Star Wars? As far as I'm concerned right now, the only thing that's coming out with Star Wars are the people that are making the fan films, and then whatever Star Wars theory is doing. That's real Star Wars as far as I'm concerned moving forward, you know? So, it's not even really any real, I can't even be surprised I can't even be surprised, you know? I can't be surprised. And I know how, I'm pretty sure I can understand how a lot of other people are feeling. But as I got on today, I tell you that was not what I was looking forward to seeing. I did not think that that would be one of the things that's actually happening right now in Star Wars, but it is. And that's why it's a dead franchise. So, boom, there you have it. We have transgender clone troopers now. Even though the era of the Clone Wars to me has been successfully completed with the Clone Wars series, Attack of the Clones, and all these other great stories that have come out, and you've done as much as you could do. Disney just had to do something that would, and they wonder why people won't watch Skeleton Crew. They keep on wondering why people won't tune into uh they won't tune into any of the new Star Wars shows. They keep wondering why the Ray movie's not going to get any hype or any support. It's because of stuff like that. Because they keep doing fans like this. How do you keep doing fans like this? It makes no sense to me. How do you keep doing fans like this? You can't. You can't keep doing that. Like they can't keep getting away with this, but they are. And they don't care. They don't care. That's the scary part for me about Disney Star Wars. They don't care. They think that this is all gonna work out and that somehow fans are gonna end up right back in the theaters, you know, to see whatever it is they come out with, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's some of the craziest stuff ever. And on top of what else is ludicrous, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's going on X right now, right? So let's have a look here. Of course, of course. Latest video. Be sure to follow as well. Be sure to follow me on X as well at Jayhouse. Follow me there. I love you guys. Uh you guys have tuned into me for quite a minute and working on staying consistent and doing things. But yeah, what are we doing? That's all I have to say to that. What are we doing to Star Wars right now? What are we doing? That's all I have to ask. What are we doing? I did see a post earlier where someone said they were earning more on X now that they're streaming there than YouTube, and that is absolutely my goal. A creator has reported that she's now earning more on this platform than on YouTube. That is freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. Shout out to her. And I look forward to doing more on X as well because believe it or not, uh, believe it or not, you guys are the one that tune into these lives. You guys tune into to the lives more than anybody, more than any other stream. Not Facebook, not YouTube, not Instagram. You guys. So you guys on X are the reason why I'm here. Uh, Even people on Twitch are tuning in. So shout out to you guys on Twitch as well. Love you guys so much. I thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. But apparently now turning our attention to Joker, a lot of people are upset about what Folia do because Folia do has not done what it said it would do. And I want to speak on it, but I haven't seen the freaking movie yet. I'm gonna see it and I'll probably end up doing a late review on it when I get a chance to because it's been such a busy time. But oh yes, yes. My son, Asher, he's 3 years old. He wanted to see how Anakin turned to the dark side. So we got to dig into that and I gave him a little bit of a synopsis about it really. I gave him a little bit of a synopsis, but he wants to watch the prequel. So I took him through Phantom Menace. We watched Phantom Menace and he enjoyed that as well. He absolutely enjoyed the heck out of Phantom Menace. So I was very excited about that. Let's see what we got here. By the way, you guys be sure to subscribe to J House. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys aren't. Drop new videos every weekend. Saturday, more than likely, if I can get one in on Friday, I do. So normally on Friday, that's when I. Saturday is when I do these on my weekends because of family stuff. You know, having a fam. But yeah, man, absolute insanity in the Star Wars universe. And DC, of course, I dropped a video, the Joker era, talking about why people were excited for Joker. A lot of that has to do with what made the first one so amazing. And to have Folia do sort of drop the ball, apparently, is kind of sad because I played the trailer like before every live for the past 4 months. I played the Joker Folia Do trailer like every single time because I was so excited for the movie. Am I excited for the movie now in terms of what I've heard? I'm gonna remain neutral because I don't want to let what other people are saying ruin my perception going into the film. I want to go into it with an open mind because I might come out liking it, but there's a chance that I might not. And if I don't, then that's fine. But that's how the internet is these days. So I might end up liking it. I might not. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see when we go see the movie. When me and Evan finally get to see the movie, we shall see. Shout out to Zack Snyder. Shout out to my guy Zach. the OG, the GOAT. Shout out to him because man, Twilight of the Gods was so freaking crazy. It's some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life. It was awesome. What's up? What's up? What's up, JT? What's up? Hope you've been doing well too. Hope you've been doing great. I'm good as well. Just been keeping busy. I hope you've been doing great as well. Happy Friday, wherever you are. Happy Friday, broski. I need thoughts. I need opinions. I need the community to chime in on what's going on because I came on here to talk about DC and some other stuff, and then Star Wars just comes out of complete left field. Hey guys, your most beloved era with the Clone Wars, we're putting a transgender clone trooper in it. And I knew that was gonna piss off so many fans. So I need thoughts. Like what's the temperature in the Star Wars fan base right now? Cause that's just wild. I know Star Wars theory. I don't know if Star Wars theory said anything about it yet. I haven't seen just yet. But I do want to share some reactions from what I'm seeing right now in live time. Let's take a look. Shout out to Star Wars Holocron. Star Wars Holocron, cool page posting, and I didn't even know about all this until just now. Somebody said a clone of a man in the middle of a war is a trans woman now with the Homelander. Oh man, bro, that's crazy. I need to hear some of them bars you were spitting back in the day. Oh man, I can't. Oh man, I'm retired. G, I'm retired. I can't bring out the pen no more. I can't do it. This I can't do it no more. I mean, I can, but this is where I. Hey, I might. You know what? In light of that, I might mess around and drop a mixtape on on you guys one day. I might mess around and drop a mixtape just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Trans troopers are now canon to Star Wars. Wow. Think about that. And this is coming from the book The Secrets of Clone Troopers, which was supposed to be a book about the lore of the clone troopers. And now they have found a way. They have found a way to include a transgender clone trooper. Breaking: Star Wars unveils first transgender clone trooper named Sister. This is from Lives of TikTok. Captain Rex said that the sister expressed, like I said earlier, her gender identity is different than her fellow troopers, and she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. So they gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. Wow, that's like, I think this is the final. Like this is as low as we can get with Disney Star Wars. I think wow. No. No, they did this? Anakin and Sister, a trans woman clone trooper, discuss gender in A Queen's Hope in the book from 2022. Anakin, the Jedi are all about transcending things. I don't think we can complain if you've transcended gender. Sister, transcended gender. We'll work on it, but I like where it's heading. No! No! First of all, I didn't even know it was 2 years ago. I didn't even know this, but this is how they sneak things in. Didn't even know. See, it wasn't until they released that book that they released the clone book and brought it to the forefront. You know, they this is how Disney does. This is how they do. They sneak things in on the sly, knowing that most likely we're not going to read it, but then they think it's just gonna be okay and think that it won't be uncovered, and now you just put it right back in the forefront. So now, of course, there's gonna be this. Somebody said, people are going to froth at the mouth with anger at this, even though this book is 2 years old and precisely had 0 impact on our life or their enjoyment of the franchise the entire time. People weren't enjoying the franchise either 2 years ago. So, yeah, and everyone in the comments seems to be agreeing with that. Crazy work, bro. What have we been doing with Star Wars? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not even trying to harp, but what are we doing here? What are we doing? What's up, Rich? What's up, baby? It's such a secret of this mysterious new clone that we're finding out about it after all the legacy Clone Wars projects have been concluded. Way to softball pitch it, Disney. We can't tell what you're up to. Blink, blink, blinkety blink, 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 blink. Bro, I didn't even know they put that in there because they referenced it. It was such a small reference in the book, and I of course they know that nobody's really reading these new Star Wars books, so they didn't think anybody would pay attention to it. But then when you talk about the clone troopers who so many people love, that era that so many of us grew up on and is attached to, anytime you put something like that in this era, it's going to piss off everybody. It's going to piss off so many people. Yeah, they softball pitched it all right. They thought they would get away with that. I came on here expecting this to be some regular live where I just run my mouth about something else, but Disney has given me something to talk about. They have considerably done something that I did not think they could do. Like right when I think that it gets crazy. Okay. I wonder how many transphobes in this fandom are losing their minds crying that Star Wars is ruined. To me, there was some mistakes made before in Star Wars by Kennedy. But this, a clone trooper being trans, this makes sense. I want to see this trooper on screen. I can't tell if they're trolling or if they're actually serious. That's just the severity of the situation. Uh Star Wars to introduce a trans clone trooper who even sports the flag colors on their armor. Clones have no identity. They are bred for war, and that's it. That's facts. But modern audience is gonna modern audience. Facts. That's facts. Disney is just twisting the knife. Star Wars is dead. Quit kicking the corpse. Star Wars has introduced its first transgender clone trooper named Sister. She is clad in armor painted blue and pink of the flag. Good lord. Good lord, man. Good lord. Where's Star Wars theory at? Where's Star Wars theory? Because if it's anybody who I know is pissed about this, it's got to be him. Or maybe he hasn't seen it yet. He has to have seen it by now. I don't know. No, I don't think he has because he's too busy working on real Star Wars. So shout out to him. But I'm pretty sure I hope he has something to say about it whenever he sees it. Insanity. Insanity. Like I don't even know. That's crazy work, bro. That's just crazy work. That's crazy work, though. Oh man, it's like you can't even be mad. You can't even be mad about it because it's just so on cue for Disney to screw things up. It's so on cue, so on cue. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it really sad. That's what makes it really sad. I think is that you learn to expect it. You learn to expect it these days. So to let's go into a couple of other things that I think deserve more attention. That also being the Batman, because the Batman is awesome. I've tweeted a few things about the Batman. So many good takes that I've seen, that I've shared, that that the community has expressed about the Batman, and I love that the Renaissance is not really a renaissance because I told people what would happen. I told people that the Batman would end up becoming one of those great, you know what I'm saying, stories but it's one of those slow burns. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those that you have to let it simmer for a while. And so that's the beautiful thing about it. That's such a beautiful thing about it. There's Dune. Dune is a freaking awesome movie. Now that you're talking about a sci-fi franchise, you're talking about Dune. You're talking about a franchise that has really picked up and done what Star Wars was supposed to do. You're talking about Dune all the way through, through and through. Because Dune would have been such an amazing. I mean, Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, of course, would have been so amazing. Because, and I say this all the time, it's no secret that everyone gets older. You know, I've been following Star Wars since I was a kid, since my dad first took me to see Revenge of the Sith, and now I'm sitting down with my son, introducing him to the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. So it's no secret. It's no secret that there's power in cinema, and that people are invested, and that we're all getting older. We all get older, and we all have to pass things on. But when it comes to passing it to the new generation, just because you pass it to the new generation doesn't mean you have the right to disrespect and just trample on the old. You feel me? Just because you want to introduce this to a new audience does not mean that you get to disregard and disrespect those people that got you there. The ones who invested so much time and so much money and into this franchise, into these franchises. And there's been so much disrespect going on. And it's criminal. It's criminal. I feel bad for the Tolkien fans. I feel bad for them because Rings of Power continues to, do what they do to them. That sucks. I hate that. You know? I hate it for I especially hate it for Star Wars fans. Uh I hate it for Star Wars fans especially because so many fans have just walked away, myself included. I was thinking, I'm going to hold out hope. I think, maybe they can turn this thing around. Maybe, but time and time again, Disney just keeps on keeping on. And I don't see it getting any better. With the MCU, that's a different story. But with Star Wars, man, whatever they got going on, it's not working. It's just not it. Reverence is the ultimate form of legacy into the future. Amen. I agree. I agree. And we were supposed to pay reverence to that. That's literally what you're doing when you continue these legacy characters. You know what I'm saying? When you do something new, but you want to bring them into the light, you know, that's what you do. You pay reverence. There's supposed to be a reverence about Luke Skywalker. There's a reverence about a character like that when you talk about it. But based on what they did with that, we obviously know there was no reverence. There was no respect for that character. There's no respect, no love, you know? None. Then I see that's not gonna change. It's not gonna change anytime soon. That's the sad part. It's not gonna change anytime soon. And you know what? I'll keep it real too. Life has been pretty darn great, not being on the internet all the time and just living life and touching some of that grass as they speak. Because as soon as I come back to it, and as soon as I come back to like Twitter and Star Wars, as soon as I get back, we find stuff like this. This is what I come back here to. I come back to transgender clone troopers and people complaining about how John Stewart not being black enough. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Come on. Easier said than done to make a film and to write a story and to make a story, but it is not hard to be honest and authentic about your goal and what you want to do. It is not hard at all. It's not that hard to entertain the masses. You can't win. You can't win. You can't. The fans can't win. The fans cannot win at all. The fans can't win. That's the hurtful part. The fans cannot win. The fans can't win. The fans can't win. Crazy, crazy work. And I thought the Clone Wars is over, but apparently they just want to add whatever. But you know, Disney, do what you want. And you know what? That's what they want. They want to get those people who they know are gonna complain and cause a riot about. They want to get them out the way, you know, because they just want to cater to whoever they want to. Okay, do that. I hope that money comes through. I really hope it does because compared to what you really could have been making, you're not making as much. Not off merchandise, not off film, not off these TV shows. Not happening. Not at all. But yeah, I look forward to seeing Joker Folia do, and I'm gonna get into that one on my next live, and I can't wait to do that as well. But just absolutely insane, absolutely insane. X is the place of truth for so many people. I like what's going on with the DCU though. Let James Gunn cook. Let the man cook. Let him cook, please. Let him cook. Just let him cook. Let's see. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you, Rich. I will definitely. I will. I can. I got you. I got you. We'll find. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to get to add you on there. We'll figure it out on the next one. As soon as I get going on the next one, yeah, got you, fam. Don't worry about you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Your ex account? Did your ex account get taken down? I'm sorry, I got blue paint on my hands from work. In case anybody's wondering, like, what is that on his hands? Blue paint. It's paint. Did you get banned on no, you have an account on X. Okay. I got you. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I will definitely, yeah. We got you, bro. I got you, Rich. I'm gonna get you in on this next one. There's so many people that I want to come on the podcast and to talk because there's so much to discuss and so much to share. Let Jim make a movie about the hate. Dang. Yeah, you it's like X is like that two-edged sword. You can post whatever you want, but then bam, get hit. You get hit with something. Crazy work. Crazy work. But yeah, I man, what you know what? Life is good. Life is good. Life is good without Disney Star Wars. Period. Life is good without 90% of modern day Hollywood anyway. As long as the MCU is getting back on its feet, I think we can give Disney a pass for that. But then they go and do something with Star Wars. It's just like, what? Why would you do that? What are you doing? Why are we doing this? For what reason? What's the purpose? And we don't know. We don't know, and we don't care. But to think that no one was going to raise their voice in disagreement and not say anything about this, come on. He's proven time and time again he makes good films and they're successful, and still the hate. Yeah, still the hate. We gotta let Gunn cook. Just let the man cook. Because we have a little bit of a ways to go still. Superman comes out next year, so I'm keeping my mind open. I'm keeping a open mind. And this is from someone who loves the Snyderverse. I love Zack Snyder. I love his work. I love him as a person, and his movies and his work has inspired a lot of what I want to do, a lot of what I'm working on right now as far as storytelling. But I also know that James Gunn has made some incredible films too, and so that can't go without being said. And it's just you got to give people a chance. People have to give this new DCU a chance because I think they're going to get it right this time. And if they don't, God help us all. Then we're all doomed as DC fans. We're all just doomed as DC fans, and it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. But anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed Friday. Hope you guys have a great one. I look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow's live. I'll try to get one in tomorrow as well, and I'll have a new video posted tomorrow too. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are blessed. Do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube at Jayhouse Comics. Subscribe here as well. Follow me on X. Shout out to my family on X. Shout out Richard Reeves. Shout out JT. Shout out all you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. This podcast will be available wherever you get your podcast and wherever you listen to your podcast. So I will catch you guys later, and you guys have a blessed Friday evening. Peace.